I say, y'all know the slogan. YouTube. Good morning, good morning, good. You were supposed to finish the rest. If it's your first time rocking with the boy, I be the KING SPR 33. That be me, King Spree. And you locked in with one of the real estates there, man. And baby, I know you've been waiting. Watch out for that new mixtape coming soon. I promise you're gonna love it. They say Las Vegas summer costs a little bit of money, honey. Ain't it funny, honey? So check me out. Before we get into this video, 10%. God damn, what are you talking about? What? Yo, I hate following this dude. Every time he come on here talking some stupid shit. What do you mean 10% now? What that mean now? 10%. Before we get into 10%, please do me a favor and like the video. I say it all the time. I know you hear it all the time. Each and every like really does help with the algorithm. Like the video, join the kingdom. Subscribe to the boys channel. Press the subscribe button. Go ahead, do it right now. Do it now. I'll wait. I'm assuming you didn't do it, right? Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Leave comments if you agree or disagree, and share the video if you want to share it. 10%. What that boy talk about? 10%. What that boy? Yeah, you ain't got no Yeezy in your Serato. 10%. So I'm on the phone with one of my homeboys, and we talking about basically getting ready for that Vegas trip that they're gonna do. And before I get into the 10%, realize that when you are booking a big trip, this is one of them. A lot of things gotta get in line, right? One, you gotta get time off from work, right? And for some people, that's easier than others. Two, you gotta have your money right. And in this case where you're booking 4 months out, you got a little time to get your money right, but money still becomes an issue. You gotta start thinking ahead. You gotta start thinking about what check's gonna apply to where and where you're gonna pull the funds from for some people. Some people got it. I ain't got it. So I'm one of them guys that's thinking. And then, you know, for guys, they're gonna start hitting the gym. They're gonna start to buy little outfits here or there. They're gonna start to get their sunglasses up. I told you before, dudes gotta get their teeth whitened. Dudes gotta figure out what they're trying to do with, you know, whatever they're trying to do. You can become a different person in 4 months. So you got a lot of time to really, not a lot, but you got just enough time to really like push the envelope to being the best version of yourself at that time period. And if you were on your P's and Q's from the beginning of the year, that's 6 months we talking about of really making a change. So you should be in a good position come summertime. So 10%. We talking on the phone and we're talking about the amount of money you're gonna need. Somebody said they trying to do it for under $3,500. I ain't saying no names, but you know who you are. $3,500. You figure, we said earlier, you're booking the flight, you're booking the hotel, and if you at a certain stage in your life and you want the room by yourself, you got to call the hotel damn near $2, depending where it's at. But when you add resort fees, when you add, my homeboy said, when you add the room service charge, because you're gonna want some food at a random time, there ain't no refrigerator stocked up. You don't just go into the refrigerator. You gotta, every time you're hungry, you gotta go buy some food. And you're not gonna wanna leave the place to go do it all the time. When you add, you know, if you have a good time and somebody come back and they want something, like, all of this stuff costs money, man. So let's just say it's $2, right? Then you add your little $500 airplane ticket. Even if you're choosing to go none of y'all should be flying Spirit or Frontier, whatever it's called now. Fear it. Yeah, exactly, because you fear that shit. None of y'all should be driving or flying Spirit anyway, but let's say you get a $500 ticket with Delta or whatever. We had 25. So if we're at 25 already, you telling me that $1,000 is what you're gonna spend from Thursday night to Sunday night or Monday in Las Vegas, Nevada in 2022? unless you plan on staying in the hotel the whole time and watching movies, and even though movies can rack up, that's not what's gonna happen, King. You're gonna end up spending, in my humble opinion, and I'm not Mr. Vegas, but in my humble opinion of just kind of knowing certain things that I've heard from my friends, and just and living in Vegas, where I go out to downtown spots and I spend a decent amount of money, let alone the strip. You gonna spend 15 to 2 grand on food, food. Bruh, as soon as you land, like I said in the other video, as soon as you land, you're gonna need to make a little Walmart run, bruh. You're gonna need some things that you couldn't bring on the plane. You're gonna need some agua. You're gonna need some agua. You're gonna need, I don't know if y'all got your little toiletries already packed, but if you don't, you're gonna need to make a toiletry run. People think they're just gonna get off the hotel and just do the soap in the hotel. No, you're not. You're gonna need a little something. You're gonna need some washcloths. You're gonna need, I personally get washcloths from Walmart, that's why I say that. You're gonna need an energy drink. You're gonna need protection. You're gonna need, so on and so on down the line. There's some things you're gonna need to get. That might cost you $100 alone, right? When you're going out to dinner, these plates ain't coming at you for $10, $20. This ain't the food truck. Bro, you're not going to the food truck. You're not going to grandmama's and you grabbing a plate before you leave. You got to go pay $120, $150 per plate, and y'all forgetting about gratuity. Y'all forgetting about the gratuity. Even if you were cheap, you got to put 10, 15% down. Now put 10, 50% down for everything you do. God forbid you dapping up some bouncers somewhere. You already know how the Las Vegas handshake go. You already know how the Vegas handshake go. You already know how the transactions move. A lot of times when people plan trips, they almost, I won't say they forget, but they like pretend like that expense doesn't exist. There's going to be a lot of miscellaneous costs that you did not account for. And bruh, when you start looking at your bank statement and your credit card statement, a lot of times those miscellaneous costs be running you $500, $600, $1,000. No matter how good you are with your money, you could be Graham Stephan himself. You might spend $1,000 out here on a whim. You hear me? So you got to keep that into account. 10%. Get back to 10%. So we were talking to him. He was like, yo, listen. Well, I didn't say. He actually said it. He was like, yo, the average person's making about 50 grand a year. And to be honest, that's on the high end for average. A lot of y'all making 30. Let's keep it a buck. When we going to keep it a buck? When we going to start talking about how a lot of y'all making $35,000 a year and y'all not teachers? When we going to start talking about how a lot of, man, we can start really bringing a little checklist out of how, one, y'all don't pay bills because y'all ain't got bills because y'all live with, that's one. And then two, a lot of y'all making less than $35,000 a year. Nobody want to post the stimmies when they drop. Everybody want to post the money phone. They showing me receipts, huh? The irony in that. But when we going to talk about a lot of y'all making less than 30 grand a year, but that's a whole nother story. But let's say you're making 50 grand a year. You want to put 10% towards a Vegas trip? That's what it's going to cost you. 10%. Imagine waking up January 1st and saying, damn, this whole first month and a half damn near, I'm about to give to Vegas. That's my Vegas tax. Because that's what you about to do. And that's 50 grand. That's 50 grand gross. Net, y'all probably pulling in what? Low 40s? And by y'all, I include myself in that. I'm sorry. Trust me. I'm not making no money. Trust me. I'm somewhere in that 30 range too. What we pulling in? Low 40s? So imagine getting $42,000, $43,000 net. And I'm giving 5 to Vegas. And that's 5 on the low end because they could get a little more premium than that. You could spend 6 or 7. That's 5 when y'all only doing day parties and dinners. And I know everybody think that at night they just gonna say, hey, go to dinner. They're gonna go to din, get full, and go home and go to bed. No, you're not. No matter what you thought, you're not. when you in Vegas, or you're in anywhere, but Vegas in particular, and what Whitney Houston said, when the night falls, yo, when that night fall, you gonna get that itch. You gonna get that itch. You gonna see these girls in those dresses and those heels. Them girls you met at the pool party, they gonna wanna link. They gonna wanna link. You think they wanna link in the room? You think they wanna link? They will come to the diner. They will eat your food. But you think they just gonna eat? You think they gonna eat and you be like, I'm tired too. Let's go to your room. Hell nah. For my guys that are single out there, that are gonna do single activities, after dinner, what you think she wanna do? You think she gonna be sitting here like, damn, that was a great night. Woo! Let's go back to your hotel and R&R. Rest and relax. No, they ain't doing that. They getting texts on the phone. What did 2A used to do? They getting a little message on the phone from another group of girls or a group of guys that also had their attention. And they like, yo, listen, shawty. Hey, listen here. We going to the spot. We got tables on deck. You trying to slide? They gonna text her like Jay text the girl and excuse me, miss. They gonna hit her with that message. And you think she gonna be like, no, I met these great guys and we had a great time and the vibes and the energy was just so great. I think I'm gonna just kick it with him tonight. I don't wanna go to the table. I don't wanna go to the club. I don't wanna go and drink bottles for free. I think I'm just gonna chill tonight. No, nigga, she gone. She gone. So my point I'm making is that, yeah, you start out with the mindset we not even doing. Yo, I don't want to see a club. I ain't going to no club. I don't want to even see a club. Only club I want better be on a goddamn hoagie. I don't want to see a club. Yeah, that's how it start. But when the night falls, I'm telling you, you're going to be flipping through your Instagram. You're going to see these girls, man. You're going to see these girls. They're going to be putting the geotag. I don't know if that shit still work, but the geotag saying, yo, we here tonight. Yo, we getting ready. Yo, we going here. The girls you met at the pool party going to be texting back, you know, every 45 to 2 hours, space it out. You know how they get down. They're going to be texting back like, yo, we going here tonight. Where y'all going to be at? What you going to say? Oh, I think I'm going to just go to dinner and then I'm going to call it a night. All right. So you got to account for that too, Papa. You got to account for that too, Papa. And we all know that. I think we all know that. I don't think any of my friends are silly. They know damn well that there's an expense that comes even if you don't account for the said expense. Even if you take every precaution to make sure that you don't spend that money needs to be spent. You know how many times I go to the ATM, take $100 out, and I say, I ain't spending no more than this $100. That's it. I'm putting myself on a goddamn budget. Then you get out, and the drinks are flowing, and you got your lady, and y'all buying drinks here or there. Y'all want to get some food after. Y'all doing this, y'all doing that. The little guy in the corner selling the roses. You're drunk, and you just like, yo, let me get a rose for my lady. That shit $25. Like, you start to get some expenses that you didn't account for. And before you know it, $100 night turned to $3. And that's on the low end. It's sad because everything costs money. You wake up, you open your eyes, you start spending money. While you were sleeping, you were spending money. So if you wasn't making money, you're losing money. That's a whole nother conversation, right? That's the kind of conversation that only get a couple of about 10 views. But my point I'm making is that you're not going to really be able to account for what's going to happen on a Vegas trip. And is it worth it? The answer is yes. Is it worth 10% of your annual income? Maybe not 10%. You can find a way to make that 1, 2, 3%, then you golden. But is it worth it? Yes. It's worth it because at the end of the day, you're paying for memories. And you with your homies, you with your boys, y'all having a good time, y'all in your prime, or at least the beginning of your prime. Early 30s, mid 30s is the beginning of a man's prime, no matter what somebody tells y'all. So you're really starting to get into a situation where You have a little bit of money, a little bit of expendable income, and you can afford to spend a couple of dollars on a couple of events. I can't. I'm broke. But, my peers are in a better situation because they work hard for it. And until I get in the same situation, they got a little bit of extra cash that they can spend on certain things. And when you have some extra cash, these are the things you should be spending it on. So instead of waiting in line for the J's or the Yeezys or whatever's coming out nowadays, or however they do it, I don't think they wait in line anymore. However they do it, instead of spending $800 on a pair of kicks, if you're putting money together to put it into a memory, put it into an excursion, I had a patient yesterday, 99 years old, literally, and she's probably on her last leg, unfortunately, but whatever. Not whatever. It's a sad story, but people die. That's the reality. And she had these 2 photo albums, and we spent most of the treatment just looking through her photos and her telling me stories about the photos, what she could remember, at least. And she was extremely happy to share the stories with me. And that's kind of how I wanted to be. I won't have a photo album, at least I don't think, but maybe my phone. I'll be an old dude in the home somewhere, like the Irishman, and just be going through the phone, telling people stories about how I did this and I did that, and I went to Vegas and I spent 10% of my income. What? I spent 10% of my income for the year. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, long story short, y'all boys prepare, and y'all girls prepare to spend. Well, the girls ain't spending no money, but y'all boys prepare. See, a girl could come to Vegas and say, I'm bringing $1,000, nothing more. $1,000 in my ID, nothing more, and they could get by. Not only can they get by, they have a ball. But as a man, you can't have a cap, really. To be honest, you can't have a cap. You kind of got to come out here and make it do what it do. And we'll see. Remember this video. We'll see if the budget was anywhere close to 35, or was it more like 5? If not, damn near 6. I'm telling you, the club thing is gonna be a thing. Everybody play the role of like, nah, we chilling, we ain't even going to no clubs, we keeping it low key, we gonna do dinner and a movie. All right, until you try to link with them girls, for the single guys that are single, until you try to link with them girls from the pool party and they telling you how, oh, XYZ, they got a table over here, what y'all on? They might not say the actual names and nothing like that, but they'll probably say, oh, we're going to, I don't want to go to Dre's, but we're going to Marquee, we're going to Omnia, we're going to blah, 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 blah. What y'all on? What you gonna tell them? I'm going to the restaurant, and then after that, I'm chilling. All right, well, I guess we'll see. I mean, I don't know. I'm not somebody that frequents this life, so I don't know. I'm a novice to all this, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just tripping. Maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Either way, this has been a message brought to you by the good people over here at Spree ENT. Like the video, subscribe to the kingdom, and I promise you, it's gonna all make sense real soon.